Before we get into the video, you're going to want to like and subscribe. Trust me, it's in your best interest. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm talking to you about how to get into the US from anywhere in the world. Now, today marks my 1 year of being in America, and I thought it was the perfect time to tell you guys about my experience and my tips on how to do this, because a lot of people have reached out to me and I feel like this will really help a lot of people. Someone actually messaged me this morning saying that they just booked their flight. They got an ESTA because they were inspired by my videos and they are moving to New York, and I'm really happy that I can inspire people. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number one, before we do anything, I suggest applying for the green card absolutely every single year. Now it opens up on October and it has a sort of 1 month to 6 week window where it's open. I suggest applying on the first day. Even if you have a small tinge and you're not like 100% serious about it, like just apply, because you never know and you'll always have it as an option. Number two, you need to set a specific reason as to why you are going to the United States. Otherwise, the United States is just going to swipe you up and suck you into its lifestyle. It's really fun here, especially in New York, places like LA, and really a lot of different places anywhere in Texas. You know, you get the drift. If you're there as like, oh, like I just want it as like a means to an end to go out and live that like American lifestyle, more power to you. If you're like, I kind of want to, you know, learn and, you know, take courses that this country provides that my country doesn't provide, or I want to learn how to software engineer and, you know, meet these wonderful people that know how to do it, I want to go to Silicon Valley. I really do believe that wherever you do live, that really helps you in what you want to do. So right, I'm in film, I'm in New York naturally, so this cold brew is so good. So even if it is just to go out and party and, you know, I'm mindlessly doing my 9 to 5, but I really want to like go out and experience America, fine, but you need to set an intention. Number three, those things that you listed out in your mind or on a piece of paper are the things that are gonna keep on inspiring you when random things pop up or when you get distracted. There are a lot of things to do here. I went on a date and this guy said you're just gonna get swallowed by everything that New York has to offer if you don't have a specific set goal. Number five, when you're in your home country, apply to jobs that have a good reputation of processing a green card, such as Google, Amazon, you know, FANG, Facebook, Amazon. Can definitely take the route of getting a green card through the employer for sure. Now if you're serious about this, you would already know that you have your HB1. If you're Australian, you have your E3, and you definitely need to be looking at places that are congruent to the degree that you have studied, as well as taking into consideration places like Google, Amazon, Facebook. Don't, you know, limit yourself and think, oh, those places would never accept me. The number one thing is mindset, definitely. A lot of people set limitations on themselves, and that's really not a good way of thinking about it. If you're moving across the world, you need to have that mentality, and it's true that you can achieve anything. If it was placed in your heart to move across the world, you deserve to. That's where you're meant to be. And number one thing is determination and confidence. So if you've already set out your plan of moving to America, why not try those companies that are your dream companies, or the companies that will grant you a green card? You know what I mean? That leads me to my next point. Step number 6 is apply, apply, apply. Your number one priority and most of your energy really should be going to applying to as many places as possible, but it really should be quality over quantity. Now, every single time you see a job description, you have to literally delete everything on your resume and tailor it exactly to the key points on that job description. You need to be in the mindset of the employer is looking specifically for me. When they find me, they're going to be feeling so lucky that they found someone like me and this job was made for me. You need to be going in with that confidence, because it's true. Never go into applying to a job out of desperation or with doubt in your mind that you're not going to get it. You need to be clear cut, concise, and know 100% that you're going to get it and you're excited for the position. I will have a bunch of links in the description of videos that really helped me. I am not a career expert, so I'm definitely going to be linking down below the videos that helped me, and especially the ATS system, the automated tracking system, is really important. So you're definitely going to want to watch the video that I have put in the card up here that helped me. I want to give a quick shout out to Self-Made Millennial. She helped me so much in the job hunting process, so definitely check her out. So next, cover letter. You need to be writing your cover letter specifically tailored to the HR/manager, depending on the company. But if you don't know who it is, literally go on LinkedIn and take a guess. The company will appreciate the fact that you went out of your way and went on LinkedIn and kind of did your research. State the things that you're kind of thinking that they might ask about, like, I have my bags ready and packed and I am ready to move to New York. It really does help if you've been to the United States before, preferably the country, the state or the city that you are applying for. For example, I already was in New York. I was here for 2 weeks, and you know, every single time I interviewed, they would ask me that. They would be like, have you been in New York before? Like, because it's one thing to want to go, it's another completely to, you know, have been there and kind of imagined your life there. But if that's not the case, that's okay. You have to 100% articulate that you are confident in moving and it's your life purpose, it's your main priority, and like, you are meant to be here, because they want someone long term. They don't want to take a chance of flying you out, sponsoring you, and then you're there and you hate the country, or you're like, this isn't for me. So definitely everything that you think that they might doubt, definitely address in the cover letter. Nowadays, a lot of cover letters are very informal, so no to whom it may concern, just hi, Miss, Mr, last name. Like, LinkedIn is your best friend, so definitely check out who HR is, who your direct manager will be, and address them directly. One line: I'm really excited about this position. Next line: I'm currently in the position blah 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 at blah 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 blah. I am set on moving to New York. State anything that you think that they might have questions about. I really would keep it as short as possible and try to integrate things that, this is another thing. So read the whole bullet points, like everything, the job description, and in your mind, this is going to really help if you've already had a job before. If not, it's okay. In your mind, and it's usually the very first dot point, every single company and every single role of that company has a specific problem that they have not yet solved, or the team in that department aren't perfectly meshing with whatever it is that they want to solve. And so it is your job to understand clearly, like, the specific thing that you need to be doing. There can be multiple things. You need to get into the mind of not the HR, not the recruiter, but your direct line manager, not even the CEO, your direct line manager of the department. One of the main things about my job is that it needs to be quick and it needs to be correct. And you know, the main thing really is understanding what the headline is of the story and correlating that to the video that you are producing and having that be fast. That would be one of the first dot points for my job description. And I'm talking about, I'm now deputy head of video, so I have different responsibilities, but I'm talking about when I was first applying to Daily Mail in New York as a video producer. That's what I had to do, and you need to prove that with what you've been doing in the past. So the cover letter is very important. Okay, you've sent off your resume and your cover letter and you have sent it out to the recruiters. Congratulations, I'm so excited for you. The next thing that you should be doing straight away is going on LinkedIn and finding 3 people. One person from HR, your direct line manager, and 1 or 2 co-workers that are going to be working in your team. You're going to be going on Rocket Reach, which is an email finder, and you're going to be finding these people's emails. You can have LinkedIn Premium, and that allows you to message anyone directly. I'm currently on a trial basis for that. It's really great. Or you can go on Rocket Reach, do the same thing, but this is very important, and you need to be finding those people's emails and sending them basically the same thing that you said in your cover letter, but you need to be tailoring it to each specific person. So obviously the co-worker isn't going to care about your resume. When you're talking to the co-worker, just say, do you have any advice? I'm really excited about this position. I really want to be a part of your team, blah 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 blah. If you do get to talking to that person in the interview, you can be like, I chatted with Bob from this department, and you know, I really, with my experience talking to Bob and just doing a little bit of research on, you don't have to be shy about doing research on LinkedIn. They love that. So you can be like, from doing my research on LinkedIn, I did some research on the company and the team, and the team specifically I'm really excited to be a part of, because I can see that they are a bunch of talented, hardworking people, and I really want to be working with people that inspire me and that I can inspire as well. This really reflected when I talked to Bob in this in my department. I'd be so excited to working with him, and if he's like and everyone else in the team, I would be beyond the moon to be working with those kind of people. I would mesh very well because we are very like-minded, so that is great. Some people might not reply, and that's okay, and you can circle back definitely, but don't get discouraged if no one replies to. Your job is to just be sending things out with your heart and your soul and really mean what you say. The people that do pick up on what you're saying and reply, they're the lucky ones that will get you in there. You're excited about those companies, you're excited about them for a reason, so don't let, you know, people not reply back discourage you. It's definitely a blessing in disguise when people don't reply to you or reject you, because you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, wow, the person that actually did say yes to me, like, I am so much happier here than I would have been if, you know, this place had, you know, said yes. I did an interview for a Santa Monica company. I was really excited about it. I had 5 interviews with them, and just last minute they just pulled out, and looking back I'm like, I'm so grateful that everything happened the way that it happened. So definitely your line manager, co-workers, and HR, those are the people that you definitely need to be reaching out to, and that will help because your resume might get missed. It's really all about having the highest chance possible. All it takes is just one yes, and you need to just not shut the fuck up until you get a yes, basically. Like, that's what I did, and it changed my entire life. So those were the basics. Please make sure to ask me any personal specific questions, and I will feature them in a following video. I know a lot of people have been reaching out, so I will be definitely including the questions that I have received to make it more personal. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.